Welcome, welcome. All right. We have a pretty good showing. I think people will keep trickling in, hopefully. Let's start going over what we're doing. So these lectures are, they're all going to be fairly similar. So we have a warm-up, just 2 questions, pretty easy. Again, it's a little ambiguous. Then I'm going to just reinforce the core technologies that we've been putting into our projects. And then we're going to look at a couple videos on electricity and electronic versus electrical devices. Again, I apologize. These are, for some reason, the only people who seem to be doing videos about our core technologies are Indian engineers presenting for an Indian audience. So it can be a little difficult to understand at times. But what I want you to do is be looking at the different technologies themselves that they are presenting for us, just so that you're getting a little better understanding of the difference between electrical and electronic. What types of things are electrical appliances or gadgets versus electronic? I think that'll just help us understand a little more about electricity and how it is being used in these different applications. Remember, for your vocab quizzes, etc., I am giving you the list of the 9 core technologies and definitions. You should not feel that you can't do your vocabulary because you don't know the definition. Part of the reason that I do this is that I feel that if you have to go read through the list, find the one you're looking at, look at the definition, copy it, paste it into your document, you've probably learned that definition by the time you're done. All right, and we are still working on our unit 4D, haunted house or dream house. That is electrical and electronic technology. So we're going to go through this and hopefully have a little more than half the class to work on our back projects, any vocab quizzes you have not turned in, any assignments, particularly projects. I am very excited to try and get people who have not been turning in projects and whose grades are in trouble to actually try one of these haunted house or dream house projects. They are not that difficult. I will go through it in detail when we get to that. So when we get to the free time, you can either be watching me going through how to create a project, or you can be working on your own, working on your vocab quizzes. Don't worry if you're trying to get your grade up to passing. Don't worry too much about the warm-ups. Those are only 10% of your grade. The vocabs and the projects are all the assessment points. Vocab quizzes are 10 points. The smallest project we have, or our normal projects, are 20. Biotechnology in the haunted house is 20 because there's only one technology. The others are all 2 technologies and they are worth 40 assessment points. So those are the big points and they are not that difficult. Please give it a try. Trust that I will be grading you accordingly. Not everyone has the same skill level or the same language ability. I am taking that into account. I do not expect your projects, there, I don't know why I couldn't get my mouse over there. I am not expecting them all to look as beautiful as some of the projects that I present for you. Okay, I know that we have 9th through 12th graders. Some people have never built a slide presentation. Some people have never, had to write something up. I'm not the world's greatest slide maker. I'm hoping that that motivates you that, oh, he's doing a terrible job. I could do better than that. So that's part of what I'm doing here. Showing you that it is not that difficult to get these in. Okay? Anyone have questions or problems? Just sending one little message out. Okay, so let's look at the warm-up. Sadly, I have to turn off sharing because I'm creating these in a way that I can make a question bank, but it means that the answers are always up when I look at them. Okay, these are just two simple questions about electrical versus electronic. See what we learned last class. Question 1, which technology does an electronic motor belong to? Is it electrical or is it electronic technology? An electric motor. You guys can sing out or put it in the chat. And if not, I will use the picker of doom. You guys have done great with these, by the way. Anybody? We've got one from Nestor. We've got an electronic, two electronics and one electrical. Let's see. Three. Nope. Now we're all tied up. We're back to this. So we're just gonna spin the wheel of death and see. Actually, I don't think. Ruby, I'm going to pick on you, Ruby Borskowski. Which technology does an electronic motor belong to? What do you think, Ruby? You can look at the chat. It's pretty even. Ruby says electrical. Ruby, you are correct. The electronic motor is electrical technology. So that means that it is getting high voltage and that it is controlling the flow of electrons. Okay, so my second question is related to everyone's ambivalence on the first question. A device can, this is a true-false question, a device can be both electrical and electronic. It could exhibit both technologies. Is that true or false? What do you think, team? Put it in the chat. I hear a true from my friend Niaza. So true is correct. A device can be have both electrical and electronic technology. Here comes Daisley. All right. Welcome, Daisley. We were just going over the warm-up. Make sure that you do that. Remember, these are always going to be graded on completion. But what we're struggling with was which technology does an electronic motor belong to? And we felt that it is electrical. It is controlling electrons and high voltage. And can a device be both electrical and electronic and exhibit these technologies? Somebody said true, which is right. The reason I had these questions was that I had that idea that I knew that an electronic motor is in theory electrical technology. But what about an RC, a remote control car? All right, if I have a remote control car, that is electronic technology, right? Because it's low voltage, it's working off battery and stuff. But doesn't it have an electronic motor in it? Right? The car drives. The only thing I'm powering it with are batteries. It's got to be an electric motor. So the question was, if a RC car is electronics, which it is, how could it have an electric motor if an electric motor is electrical? The answer is that it can have both. That things like a car is a great example. A car is liquid technology, materials technology, mechanical technology, electrical technology, and electronics technology. All right? There's a million of them in there. All right, let's get back to where we want to. Actually, I'm going to go with the whole desktop. Okay. Oh, Cheyenne. Oh, there's Cheyenne. Did Cheyenne make it in? Ah, there she is. Welcome, Cheyenne. We're so glad to have you. We just went over the warm-up. There is a warm-up today. Let me start sharing. I was sharing, wasn't I? We're sharing my desktop, so I couldn't see the border. Oh, so this was the warm-up. Let's see if I can get us back to where we need to be. And the interesting idea from the warm-up was the idea that a product, a final product can exhibit more than one technology. Like a car has multiple core technologies in it. It is liquid technology since you fill it with liquid gas. It is mechanical technology because it has gearing and it displays motion. It has electrical and electronic technology. It has a alternator that generates electricity. It has a battery that stores electricity. Those are electrical aspects, but you also have your car stereo. That is electronics, all right? We're gonna look at these two videos. Well, actually, I'm gonna go through, let me go through our core technologies. I just wanted to go through these to make sure everyone knows what we're talking about as we try and do our back homework. So today, Tuesday, we have our warm-up in Canvas. We are going to review the core technologies. Focus is electrical and electronic technologies. And we are going to work on our haunted houses or dream houses for 4D electric and electronic technology. Or you can be working on your vocabs, okay? What was due yesterday or today is the vocab for electrical technology and electronic technology. What is due next Tuesday, I believe, is your haunted house, dream house 4D electric and electronic technology. The objective or goal is that you will be determining the difference between electrical and electronic technology. You will also be continuing your learning on how to create a haunted or dream house and do your vocab quizzes. Okay. I am breezing through here to get down to our fabulous core technologies. Okay. So I'm just going to go through the ones that we have already done in our haunted house. So biotechnology, alive or once living. Biotechnology is a technology system of using, adapting, and altering organisms, living organisms, and biological processes for a desired outcome. Examples are stain-eating enzymes in detergent, bacterial leaching of metals from ores, altering plant genes to produce better crops using CRISPR or some other technology. Okay. Structural technology, holding up or in. Structural technology is a technology system that forms or puts parts and materials together to create supports, containers, shelters, connectors, and functional shapes. Okay, a barrel is a functional shape. The examples are legs of a chair, city water tower, swimming pool, buildings, storm sewer, airplane wing, satellite antenna dish. Those are all structures, right? They are structural engineering. Material technology. Substances found in nature, human-made, or both. Okay? So materials technology is a technology system of producing, altering, and combining materials. Examples, producing wood from paper, producing aluminum from ore, drilling holes in wood, annealing to soften metal, casting ceramic, welding metal, laminating wood. These are all materials technology processes. Okay, mechanical technology is moving parts working together. Mechanical technology, a system that uses mechanical parts working together to produce, control, and transmit motion. I love that one. Examples are a gear system in a car transmission, brakes on a bicycle, agitator on a washing machine, latch set on a door. Excuse me. All right, mechanical, fluid technology is gases or liquids. A technology system using fluid, either gaseous pneumatics or liquid hydraulic, to apply force or to transport. Examples are air brakes on a truck, tires on a car, airfoils on an airplane, warm air heating ducts and fan in a building, hydraulic jack, plumbing in a school, gasoline pump. The weird one is warm air heating ducts and fan in a building. Heating ducts are distributing warm air, which is a fluid technology. Warm air is a gas. Pneumatics, a technology system that uses gas or air pressure to apply force to transport. Hydraulics is a technology system that uses a liquid pressure to apply force or to transport. Okay, electrical technology. Electrical technology is a technology system that produces, stores, controls, transmits, and gets work from higher voltage electrical energy sources. Examples are a power plant generator, automobile battery, light switch, electric motor in a can opener, a doorbell, electric heater, hair dryer. Okay, electronic technology is lower voltage. Okay, electronic technology is a technology system that uses small amounts of electrical energy for controlling, detecting, and information collecting, storing, retrieving, processing, and communicating. Examples are a thermostat for controlling temperature, a metal detector, a videotape recorder, a computer, a pocket calculator, a cell phone. Those are all examples of electronics, low voltage, and uses electrons in processing information. Okay, electronic versus what's electronic? Electronic versus electrical technology. What's the difference? About 100 volts. Electronics are usually run on batteries or DC current. They are usually between 1.5 volts and 12 volts. Most any electrical technology is using 110 or 220. 110 is the current that comes out of your wall, and 220 is what they use for like your electric dryer. So the dryer for your washing machine needs lots of power because it needs to generate heat through electricity. Okay, so we are done with this now. Let's go. Okay. we're going to watch the basics of electricity. Again, I apologize for the quality of the video, but it is showing you some of the essential points about electricity, and I want you to understand a bit about that. I used to be an electrician, so I can help. It's the idea that electricity and water are very similar. They both like to go to ground, literally. If I drop water, it's going to run off my tabletop and it is going to go as far down as it can. Electricity flows. Electricity goes to ground. So these are all interesting ideas. Let's learn about the basics of electricity. On the next video, I'm going to show about electrics versus electronics. I am actually going to turn off the audio and voice it myself because I swear I think he introduces it in English, but I think he's presenting in Hindi. I can give you a little brief view of that, but it's not particularly understandable. But again, the images and the text are very good. I'm sorry, I have been hard pressed to find great examples for you.
Can we use your home to showcase one of our new roofing styles or colors? We need showcase homes of all shapes.
Hello friends, welcome to the new video by Practical Ninjas. In this video, we will be learning about the basic concepts of electricity. The video will discuss the charge, voltage, current, power, and energy. Let us start from the basics that we have studied in schools. We know that any atom is made up of neutrons, protons, and electrons. Protons are positively charged and electrons are negatively charged. Electricity is nothing but the movement of these electrons. These electrons are charged particles, and basically, this charge is used to harness energy, which is nothing but electricity. Voltage is generated or said to be present between 2 points when there is difference in charges between these 2 points. Consider the battery shown in the figure. We know that there exists a potential difference between the two terminals of the battery. It is due to the fact that there is difference in charges between these 2 points. Voltage can also be defined as the amount of potential difference present between these 2 points. The unit of voltage is volts. Mathematically, we can describe voltage as the ratio of electrical energy to charge. To understand the concept of voltage, let's study the classical analogy of a water tank. As seen in the figure, we can see a water tank with an outlet water pipe. The amount of water can be considered as charge. Voltage refers to the pressure difference in water at the top of the tank and at the exit of the pipe. From this, we can infer that more the water in the tank, more would be the pressure difference. Similarly, we can say that more the difference in charges, more is the potential difference or the voltage. The next term is the current. Current is defined as the rate at which charge flows. Current is also said to be the flow of charge. The unit of current is amperes. Mathematically, it is written as the ratio of Q and T. From the equation, we can infer that more the charge, more current would flow for the same fixed time. Looking at the water tank analogy, current can be said as the flow rate of water. If the pressure difference between the water at two different levels is more, water will have higher flow rate. This means that if the voltage difference between the 2 points is high, current flowing between these 2 points will also be high. The next concept is power. Power is defined as the rate at which work is done in an electric circuit. Mathematically, power is nothing but the ratio of energy and time. Rearranging the terms, we get the equation for power as the product of voltage and current. The unit of power is watts. That's it for the current video. In the next few videos, we will try to understand the relationship between the voltage and current.
Okay. And again, apologies. I'm not meaning to make a microaggression on Indian people or Indian videos. These videos, I believe, are probably made in the 80s or something. All I'm saying is that these are not the highest quality. They're the best things I could find on the web to do this, so I really appreciate them. But I know sometimes it is difficult to understand what is being said, and that's why it's great to have the text underneath. And thank goodness they're making them because we have something to look at. All right. So now let's look at electronics versus electrical devices. Now I'm going to turn off the audio. Remind me to turn it back on because I figured out that I was muted all last class.
Grammarly basically helps you write confidently in a bunch of different scenarios. So it can help you write in your messaging to recruiters through like LinkedIn, answering important emails and being professional.
Hello friends, welcome to Maker Classroom. Friends, इस वीडियो में हम देखेंगे इलेक्ट्रिकल और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स के बीच में क्या डिफरेंस है। दोस्तों,
I'm going to be talking about it. So this is the difference. Some people may be confused because electrical and electronics may sound the same, but it is not so. In this video, we're going to compare the two. In electrical field, the devices are used to perform the work by producing, transforming, converting the electrical energy, the flow of electrons. For example, electrical motor converts the electrical energy into mechanical energy. Okay, this is an electrical motor, that big blue thing on the bottom. Generators, alternators are used to produce electrical energy in a car. The alternator is what charges your battery. Transformers are used to step up or step down the electrical voltage. Take a look at this. You've seen these things in these big, whenever you go by a power yard. These are transformers. Electrical devices, fan, tube light, grinder, water pump, motors, etc. are examples of electrical devices. Electronics. While in electronics, the devices control the flow of electrons for performing the particular task. That's a little tricky since we're saying that electrical is controlling the flow of electrons. For example, computers give the output by controlling the flow of electrons. Appliances like mobile phones, remote control, LED TV, LCDs, liquid crystal diodes are electronics devices. They are electronic technology. Nowadays, electrical and electronics are used combined. For example, washing machine uses an electrical motor, which comes under the electrical field, while the control panel comes under electronics technology. Air conditioners, oven, electric vehicle, etc. Those are all multiple aspects. Electrical supply, commonly AC, alternating current supply, is used in the electrical field. All our outlets in the US are alternating current at 110 volts. DC is supplied, just one. Just want to catch it. While DC supply is used in the electronics field, batteries are direct current. Voltage level, commonly high voltage level, is used in the electrical field, while electronics field uses low voltage, okay? That is an indicator to see, is this electrical or electronics? Data manipulation, electronics has capacity to manipulate the data, which can be done by microprocessors, a controller, etc. They are about storing and manipulating data, electronics. Risk factor, the electrical device is more dangerous as compared to an electronic device because in the electric device, heavy short circuits can occur. That means, these wires shorting out, and they will be at 110, not 1.5 volts. The material, copper, aluminum, are mostly used in electrical, while in electronics, it's semiconductors, silicon, germanium, diodes. The size of equipment. Electrical equipment is usually larger in size compared to electronics equipment. These are big, bulky, heavy, durable items. That is an angle grinder that they are using. Power consumption. The power consumption of the electrical devices is more as compared to the electronics devices. They use a small amount of power. I'm just going to let you hear what I saved you from.
यूज होने वाले इक्विपमेंट छोटे होते हैं। इसी तरह से अप्लायंसेस भी इलेक्ट्रिकल से बड़े होते हैं, जबकि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स से छोटे होते हैं। तो बात करते हैं पावर कंजप्शन की। तो पावर कंजप्शन इलेक्ट्रिकल में ज़्यादा होता है, जबकि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक। I don't know if anyone is Indian in our class. I think he starts out in English and then these presentations are in Hindi or Urdu or something. I can't figure out. That's why I decided to go with me presenting, because I just think it helps you get it. What is nice is seeing all those images and learning all these concepts a little, okay? Electrical versus electronic. Those are the systems you are looking for in your haunted house today, okay? That's what we are going to be focusing on. All right, so let's see, where are we? We have a half hour left of class. Everybody can be working now on your vocabulary quizzes. Electrical technology and electronic technology were due today. I am giving you the list of the 9 core technologies and definitions.
I have a dog that wants to come meet you, if you couldn't tell. She's outside the door and yipping. So I am giving you, when you look at this, you need to scroll down. These are the 9 core technologies. These are their definitions. Everybody should have their vocab quizzes done, particularly for this section. I'm giving you everything you need and time to do it. Please get your grades up, get these in. The cutoff is probably going to be the 27th. The end of the quarter is the 29th. So I need a little time to be able to make sure that I've seen everything and graded it. Okay? If you are late getting something in or have a problem, please look me up. I can give you extra time. I can have you send it to me so I get it in the grades. I want to take care of you. I want everyone in this class to succeed. Okay? All right. Hang on 2 seconds. I'm going to let the silly dog in to stop her from barking. Come on. Here we go, little dog. Come on. Don't stand there and bark and not come in. I would show her to everyone, but it's just too distracting. So, does anyone have questions or problems or something that they would like me to focus on? My plan is I was just going to go through 2 of the electrical and electronics presentations that I have that are looking pretty good and go through those with you. Remember, we have a very diverse class. We have 9th graders through 12th graders. Everyone's skill levels will not be the same. I am not expecting the quality of the presentations that I'm showing necessarily in your presentation. I will accommodate you for the idea that maybe you aren't the best at making slides. Maybe your English is not the best, but you are trying. I'm going to give you all as much as I can, as long as I am getting something from you, okay? So get in there. Let's get this done. All right. Anybody have a particular question or problem? All right. So I am going to, first off, show a vocab quiz for fun. So these are our vocab quizzes. When you go in, it's going to look like this. It's going to say quiz instructions. Use PowerPoint 8 electrical to define definitions for terms. Answer each of the following questions below. Be careful to respond with complete thoughts and tasks assigned under each question. So what is the first vocabulary term from this lesson? Something some people are still not getting is the idea that right here are the 2 vocabulary terms. Your vocab terms are always the ones in the parentheses on the assignment. Week 8 vocabulary, electrical technology and electronic technology. Sometimes they are more than one word, and I realize that gets confusing. We lost Orlando. No, we never had Orlando. Welcome, Orlando. We are just going through working on quizzes or projects now. Okay, so my first vocabulary term from the lesson is electrical technology. And look at that, I can copy it. Right? I'm still presenting full screen, right? Anybody?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I thought. Okay, so there's my word. What is the first vocabulary term? Now I need the definition. Okay, what do I know that I have? Oh, that's right. Mr. Swift said I have a whole bunch of definitions. So let's see. Now I forgot. What am I doing? Electrical technology. All right, all I got to do is grab that. I need a definition. We don't care about the examples. So 2 is going to be this. Actually, I'm going to add to it. I'm going to say to make it a complete sentence. Electrical technology is the technology of producing, storing, controlling, transmitting, and getting work from electrical energy. Okay. That's that. Now I need something to show electrical energy. What am I going to do? Electrical technology. I know. I want a Van der Graaf generator. It's one of those giant balls that's, okay, so I'm going to get to my images. Oh, look, there it is. Hang on, I want one with a big spark in between it. No, they don't have them. All right, this will work. All right, this is going to be my example of electrical technology. All right, so I want to save image as, then I am going, this is not going to be, oh, actually I'm going to make a new category, quiz. Okay, these are my images for my haunted house. So for my quiz, I've got that. And let's look up electronics too while we're here. Images. Ooh, I know that electronics is low voltage and take stuff, so I'm going to pick this one. I'm going to save my image as, oh, look, there's my quiz. This is that. So let me get back to my quiz. I have found that just putting the links in, so if I want to put a picture in here, right, click the picture icon. Let me embed an image. Okay, here's my picture icon. I need to upload an image. I am going to go to Blair, FOT online haunted house. I want not backdrops, examples. Oh, come on, I swear I dropped it in here. There we go, I know. Oh, that's weird. No. Oh, there it is, all the way down at the end. All right. So this is the one I wanted to use. Okay. So I submit. Whoa, that didn't work very well, did it? Luckily, I can make my image smaller if I grab, you click on the image and that brings up these squares. And if you drag the squares, they resize the image. If you do it holding down the shift key, that makes sure to keep it in the right format. Okay, there's my image. That seems pretty good. Second vocabulary term. I go back, I go, oh, it must be. Well, let's do. I'm sorry, we're getting a little back chatter here. One sec, let me go close the door that I left. Really? That is not true. I swear I copied it. Okay, we're going electronics now. Second term, electronic technology. What's my definition? I'm just going to go here and grab electronic. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Grab my definition, copy that, get back to where I want to be, and I'm going to say electronic technology. defined as the technology. Perfect. Okay, now I just need a picture, and I got a picture for myself. I'm going to upload an image, and look, there I am. Okay, that's my idea for electronics. Okay, so this is done. All right, how long did it take me? 10 minutes to go from soup to nuts. Okay, I've got my term, I've got my definition, I've got a picture. Oh, and I need to say, I know this very well. I don't think it lets me click though. And then I say what that is. That's it. That's all you have to do for vocab quizzes. All right, I need to close the door because everyone is talking. Sorry about that. Apparently the neighbor's dogs have escaped. Okay, so, oops. Sorry, my monitor just went down. All right. Anybody have specific questions or issues? Anyone? All right. Let me show 2 examples of projects for this assignment. Okay. I'm going to start with a dream house. Okay. So remember, for the big projects, this is how you do it. You need a title card. The title card says Dream House of Technology, Dream House Core Technologies is fine. It needs Unit 4C. All I care is to know what I need is really, is it a dream house? Is it a haunted house? Which one is it? For lowercase a, for lowercase b, for lowercase c, all tell me which technology is going to be in this. And then student name. You're going to use the same title card for every project. Then you have your 9 core technologies. There is one problem on this one, which is that I counted, and I only count 8 core technologies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then the exciting question is, which one's missing? But ideally, I think it just one went off the bottom of the slide. This is why I say putting all 9 on one slide can be difficult, particularly if you want to add the examples. So all you have is you have a title, then you have the 9 core technologies. Once you have your title card and your 9 core technologies, you can use those 2 slides for every single project you make. All you're going to change is it for A, for B, for C, for D, or for E? For E is, we are on 4D now, and for E is our last one. Okay? So after you get those 2, all you need to be doing to create the next project is your title slide for the core technology you're looking at, mechanical technology. Mechanical technology is, see how I added that in my vocab? The technology of putting moving parts together to produce, control, or transmit motion. Great. Now we have our dream house and the explanations. The ceiling fans rotate to create a cool breeze in the living room. This is mechanical technology because the fans are using motion to create a breeze. Well, I think it's more that they have like gearing in them to create motion. The stand mixer is used to mix ingredients for the croissant on the table. This is mechanical technology because motion is being used to mix the ingredients. The gearing of it is creating motion, okay? Try and be accurate the way you're describing it, but I get it. Sewing machine is used to make beautiful clothing pieces. This is mechanical technology, okay? Always explain why it is mechanical technology, okay? The record player is used to sound 70s music around the house. It's mechanical technology because motion is being used by the machine to turn the record, playing the music. Okay, that's not the best definition or description, but it works. It's okay. Then, so those are her five examples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's it. So mechanical technology is done. We get a card saying fluid technology. Fluid technology is the technology of using fluid, either gases, pneumatics, or liquids, hydraulics, to apply force or to transport. Perfect. Now we get 5 examples. A collection of old cars in the garage are used to get from one place to another. This is fluid technology because cars run on a fluid, gas, to operate. I was saying, cars have so many different technologies. They almost have all 9. I bet we could almost find them if we looked hard enough. Cars are mechanical technology. Cars are, tires are fluid technology. They have air in them. The gas tank is fluid technology. The headlights are optical technology. The car stereo is electronic technology. There's a lot going on in a car. So again, the lawnmower is used to trim the grass all around the house. This is fluid technology because it runs on gas. You could do all 5 examples right here. So we have lawnmowers, fluid technology. Aerosol can is a fluid technology. A spray pump is a fluid technology. Paint can is a fluid technology. And look at that, an leaf blower. That is certainly fluid technology. You're blowing air. All right. So that's the idea. The bathtub is fluid technology. Anything that uses water is a fluid technology. Now here's a place where I think I led someone astray. The eggs in the bowl on the table are an ingredient used to make the croissant. Eggs are fluid technology because they have fluid inside used to cook. That the egg, I am ambivalent on this and I need to ask a higher power. I don't think a natural system can be a technology. Like that a waterfall is not fluid technology because it is, the technology means that a human had to do something with it, right? Technology is anything that we created. We did not create eggs. But yet eggs are material technology. So I don't think an egg technically is fluid technology, but I had said so, so I'm not going to blame her for that. But an egg is an amazing fluid container. It is just naturally made. So I am not sure that anything that is produced by an animal can be termed technology. I think technology has to be made by man, right?
Mr. Swift,
Yes.
what about biotechnology?
Biotechnology, again, well, with our broad definition, we're saying anything living. So those are all natural, anything living has got to be natural. So you're right. As I say, this is part of the fun of what we're doing. That there are places where it gets difficult to parse out where they're landing. Just that, if biotechnology is all about living things, aren't those natural systems? The modern definition of biotechnology is more that a living thing has been modified in some way to make it a technology. Whether it was naturally growing it into place. I mean, I guess is a bonsai tree an example of technology? I vaguely guess that it would be an example of structural technology because you have modified the structure. It certainly is materials because it's wood. But typically the way you make a bonsai is you wrap copper wires around things and they tie the tree up so that it literally can't grow. But so that is a technology influencing it. Does that make any sense? Or
Yeah, that makes sense.
so what's fun about this is that you're just sort of trying to use your logic to parse your way through this. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to play gotcha with points, but it's more about the fun of sort of discovering and trying to think through some of these issues. Okay. Oh, look, the swaggy cars used to drive from place to place. The cars, fluids technology, because they're filled with gaseous fluids. I think we already got that one in the front car, but this is a different car. All right. So this is a great, dream house. Let me show you a haunted house. All right. So here we are. This has a more interesting title slide. It has an image of the haunted house put in it. Something that I learned that like a crazy thing was when I started making my project, I was putting the pictures in with the insert picture button, but they weren't filling the whole slide and I couldn't understand why. That's because my images were being dropped on top of the slide, where if I want to make, sure, didn't I move me up? No, sorry. That's somebody else's. No, I'm sorry, I'm just not. Is this me? Yes, this, no? It's not. Apologies, hang on. Blah, blah, blah. Somewhere is my Google Drive, and not that one over on the right. Okay, we've got about 6 minutes left. Okay, this is my haunted house, dream house project, because I'm making part of it a dream house, part of it a haunted house. Okay. My initial problem was how to get this image to make it a back plate. When I talk about a back plate, that is the idea of an image you are going to put stuff on top of. It's your background. All right. So I learned as I stumbled around. So let's just do this for fun. Insert a new slide here. If I wanted to put this image in here, I needed to click background first. Okay, I can just make my background a color if I want. That's easy right there. But instead, I don't need any color. I want my house in there, right? So I'm going to choose an image. I'm going to browse. All right. Let's go with dream house. All right, so I'm just going to put this in. So see how that filled the frame? Okay. If I just import that image, upload from computer, it just lands on top like this. I've got all this room on the left and right. That is actually fine for these presentations. what you do is you just slide the image over, okay? Get rid of your text boxes. So you do this by, you click on the box, that brings it up. You click on the square, and then you can delete it. So I click on the box, that brings it up. I click on the square, and I can delete it. Now I can create my own text box here and say, my second floor garage. Okay? This is a way to create an image and have a nice space over here to put your writing in. Okay? Let me show you an example of that. 2 minutes left. So I don't need Yafets. I want not red rocks. Why am I not seeing? There we go. Okay, I think we did go through this. So this is that technique that I was just showing. The idea that you could have the image on top and then the text beside it. That's all I wanted to show. All right. So see, I figured out how to use these big white arrows. I still can't turn my arrows colors. I know I should be able to. But once you have that title, all you're going to need to be adding is just what the technology is and then your 5 examples. What the technology is and then the 5 examples, right? Materials technology. My entire haunted house is an example of structural. Oh, this is materials. No, that's a bad one. I'm doing structural. My entire haunted house is made of wood, which is materials technology. I'm going to say wood is a material. Okay. All right. I hear somebody abandoning. We are done. It is 1:30. Thank you so much for being a great class. So next class, we will get our last module on this. Okay?
Thank you.
We still have a little more fun in the haunted dream house. Please get me a project if you haven't done one.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Mr. Swift.
Yes.
So for my projects, I kind of continued it on one slide. I didn't know you wanted us to do it separately.
Okay.
So, like a whole slide presentation, but with each different parts of the assignment.
I saw that. That's fine. It's just easier for me to figure out what everything is if it's 5 and then 5.
Okay, I'll do that.
But I saw yours. Yours is it's fine. I'll make that work. Just next time.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
No problem. Thank you so much for letting me know.
All right.
Jackson, Cheyenne, can I help you?
Can I come tomorrow?
What's that?
Can I come tomorrow?
Oh, absolutely. So I will put up the it's our Wednesday link, and I will be in it from I think 12:30 to 1:30, or is it 2:30? I can't think of whatever our time is tomorrow after lunch.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Bye. Thank you.
You bet. Jackson, you there?